To wrap up this month, I wanted to finish my Braille alphabet series I started back in 2018. So in this video, I'll show you the Braille letters from V to Z, numbers 1 through 10, and then do a quick overview over the whole entire alphabet A through Z for you guys. So right now, it took me a really long time to learn Braille, 4 years to be exact. I'll make sure I'll link the video down in the description box of when I was really excited to start my journey. But I'm moving into the mode of like really learning the tactile sensation to understand the difference between the dots with my fingertips, to actually understand it and not just memorize the letters as they are, but actually bring them back together to form words. So I am working on that now. I started my journey of learning Braille with first my Hadley School for the Blind. And I'll make sure I link them down below too if you're interested in learning Braille online. And also my O&M teacher. O&M stands for Orientation and Mobility. And it's one of the services the state of Ohio provides. It helps you with white cane training, different skills, cooking, things with a visual impairment and blindness, to kind of relearn your life. And one thing that I had during my program was learning the Braille alphabet. So yeah, pretty excited about that. Because everybody feels like auditory is the solution for everything. And hey, one of the senses once your eyes give out on you, tactile, touch, and hearing, definitely. But auditory is not the answer for everything. Like, let your phone talk to you. Listen to audiobooks. Wear wearable technology to be your eyes. That's not always the solution to everything. There's a bit of disconnection there. I will say the weirdest thing I've experienced so far, just with the normal alphabet, the American alphabet, of not seeing words for the last 5 years, is that I'm starting to forget what certain letters look like. I'm starting to forget that literacy. And that's really important to me. Braille means to me, as a visually impaired person, a type of literacy. I don't want to be dependent on everything auditory. I want to be connected. I still want to have that foundation of interpreting letters, interpreting those letters into words, interpreting those words into sentences. And yeah, that's just really important to me. That's why I'm a huge advocate for anyone to at least learn the Braille alphabet if you're blind or visually impaired. The sad truth about Braille, especially when you lose your sight as an adult 18 years and over, the resources for you to learn Braille is few and far in between. That's just the honest truth. Once you hit after the age of 18, resources for things like this is kind of like a Sahara desert. It's really hard to find. So I'll make sure whatever resource regards to adult learning Braille, I'll put down below for you guys to check out in the description box, because it is difficult. Let me give you a little background, a little Braille history before we jump into the actual showing of the alphabet. Braille was created, invented by a French gentleman by the name of Louis Braille. He lost his vision at the age of 3 while he was at his father's workshop, and he was totally blind. By the age of 16, there was a more complicated tactile version out there, and Braille took that. It's like, you know what, this is not working, it's not easy, it's not easily translatable. So at the age of 16, in the 19th century, this young man created Braille. And basically, he created a tactile sensation of 6 dots and 2 parallel lines. And the way that he had the Braille set up is that you can, with these 6 dots and 2 parallel lines, they created so many variations to include all the letters of the alphabet, punctuation as well, which was very important, and was very easily transferable in different languages. Unfortunately, Braille wasn't recognized as a language for the blind to truly know until after Braille died. Doesn't always go that way. You don't get famous until after you die, it seems. But once he did pass away, Braille was recognized and taught around the world for literacy for people that were blind and visually impaired. So I did kind of want to give you a little background of where Braille came. So let me tell you about the Braille cell, which is a really important part of understanding and reading Braille. A full Braille cell are raised 6 dots and 2 parallel lines. Like I said before, these dots can be done in 64 combinations to create letters, words, numbers, and punctuations. These dots are led by touching, running your fingertips to translate these dots into words. The Braille cell dots are numbered 1 through 6, starting on the left row, going down and over to the right row. There are 2 types of Braille, uncontracted, which is the most basic and what I'm learning now, and then more complicated, the contracted Braille that combines 300 contractions and is more efficient to read. So it's easier and faster, but yeah, I'm not at that level yet. Alright guys, so this is how I was taught Braille. I practiced this way every day and it helped me memorize the placement of the dots for each letter. To be honest, the first year and a half, I just memorized the alphabet in a row. And if you tried to ask me to create a Braille letter out of order, I couldn't do it. And I realized that was a problem. So I started forcing myself, not only practicing the Braille letters and knowing where each Braille dot and what placement it was for that particular letter, I started forcing myself to do letters out of order, which was a turning point for me. It was actually stuck in my brain when I start forcing myself to do that. So it's always fine to start off just memorizing the Braille letters in order, but eventually you're going to have to push yourself out of that comfort zone and start creating the Braille letters out of order so you know you truly understand the placement of the dots for each letter. I also, since I know the Braille alphabet very well now, because I've been doing this for 4 years, it took a long time but was extremely persistent. I really wanted to learn it. I am moving to the tactile sensation of learning Braille with my fingertips, which is also a slow process. But again, I'm going to keep doing it and pushing myself until I'm very proficient at it. And I did go to my local library, and the way I'm learning that is I'm checking out children's Braille books to see if I can interpret the dots for my fingertips, because right now, when I first started, all the dots are really the same. I can't really tell the difference. I'm able to tell the difference a lot easier now, but in the beginning I wasn't like, they all feel the same. So you have to teach yourself to like be quiet and still and just really focus and feel the dots that you're running your fingers across. And I'm learning that skill right now. But anyway, I'll put that video down below when I went to my local libraries. You can check out to see if it was easy for me or hard for me to find Braille books. That was interesting, so definitely check out that video down below. But enough of me blabbing and talking. Let's jump and let's get to this alphabet. Hope you guys enjoy. Bye. Alright, so let's get to the alphabet. I'm going to start with where I left off, and like I said, I'm going to list all the other Braille videos I did last year down below so you can follow what I've done thus far. But yeah, let's go ahead and get started. Now these little black tactile things that are easy to move around, I bought a whole pack of them, but they're you know how you have like enamel pins you can put on your book bags, on clothes, whatever. So that's all these are, the backs to enamel pins, but it's easy to fill for me. So this is a regular Braille cell, and like I said, it's 2 parallel lines, 6 dots altogether. And the way you count the Braille lines, or the Braille dots, I'm sorry, you start in the left column, the very first one. This is Braille dot 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. So let's jump out to V where we left off. So this is V. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P, Q, R, S, T, U, V. Then W. X, Y, and Z. Yay! Now I got my little tactile little things that I can move around here. I'm going to do the numbers. And you have to do a symbol of the numbers. So it's on the second row. So 4, 5, 6 Braille dots. So place 4, 5, 6, and then 3. So that just, this symbol signifies that whatever follows it is a number. So it follows the alphabet. So as long as it has the symbol in front of it, it translates what's usually the alphabet into a number. So that's 1, 2, 3, I'm sorry, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Yay! So let's go ahead. Quick overview. First the alphabet. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P, Q, R, S, T, U, V, sorry, I'm trying to fill it, W, X, Y, and Z. Now the numbers 1 through 10. Make the symbol so that way we know it's anything following it's a number now, not a letter. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So guys, I hope you enjoyed the video, and I'll put a whole bunch of resources nationwide in the description box about learning Braille. But if you have a question in regards to your particular state, what resources are available to you, please leave a comment down below what state you're in, and I'll get those resources to you and I'll respond to your comment down below. So definitely do that. I do listen to my comments once a week, so I will answer you. Also, I just wanted to say that, you know, technology burnout is real. People get burned out from social media, everything. So just because I have a disability, I don't want to rely on technology all the time. It's nice to be literate and be able to read and that's why I'm such an advocate of keeping Braille alive. Nothing wrong with technology, but sometimes you gotta go back to basics, right? So like I said, guys, love your difference, embrace your uniqueness, and be the good. I'll see you guys next week. Bye.